what you see. Make sure to hit the button now to stay updated on when I am up. I have no idea what else to say now. So I just end off this. Welcome to AmberAnkNA, and this is my channel.
For the bonus one shot that happens basically after the final shot, the only way now. And as I said, oh, Night Nail that God had. Alright, the King Master's Night Nail. So, yay. Anyways, it started with Thus Wait. Mass, wake up! Vanessa lovingly whispered as she gently struck her daughter's shoulders. There's been an accident. What? An accident? Lizzie was returning as a freckled brunette blinked and looked around the room. Spot beside her, there was a pot company the evening before, now like vacant. Where's Chloe? Her mom leaned in for a hug and she kissed the gulpy girl on the forehead. Turning to an upright position, Master quickly huffed. I asked you a question, Mother. Where the hell is he? He's at the hospital. She wrecked her truck this morning, apparently on the way back from getting you two some coffee. Mercer responded with a sigh, hands and voice slightly trembling. No, Chloe! Is he okay? The girl questioned in disbelief. No, it's bad, sweetie. She's in surgery as we speak. Vanessa stripped a strand of dark hair out of her daughter's eyes, to get behind her ear. Jumping up, Max shuffled around the room. She gradually changed from her pajamas to an old gray hoodie and sweatpants. Her arms and legs continually shattered with fear. She instantly grabbed the keys from her nightstand and dropped them to the floor. I drive, her mother said. You're no business behind a wheel. No, I need to go right now. Rory said a softness to it when instantly that sounded almost as if it was someone else speaking. She's my daughter-in-law, Maxine. I need to be there too. Your father left work immediately and is already at the hospital. The girls planned to spend several nights in Seattle. They had been road tripping for the better part of 2 years while working on getting Max's photos accepted into new galleries. The fight to pass, Victoria Chase had reached out to her former nemesis to meet and check out her work, her art. They hoped a deal could be reached that afternoon so Max could finally display her life's work with a long-term legacy at the Chase space. Those plans will obviously now be put on the back burner as nothing else mattered to the photographer but making sure Chloe was safe. Pulling up to the hospital, Master and her mom were greeted outside by David Madison and a woman she had only met once prior. They were living in the Australia desert the last time Max saw them. They had visited their commute during the girls' cross-country trip. Max, it's nice to see you, David gladly said, pulling her in for a hug. You come out girl every time we meet. Good to see you too, David. I need to see Chloe. Her voice was stern and her eyes were strained at cause racing. You can't right now. She's in surgery. Once they move her to ICU, she can have visitors on a limited basis. At least that's what they told me. Emma looked back and forth from Karen to Vanessa. Hey guys, can I speak to Max alone for a moment? The woman nodded and went on ahead. taking the first ever up to the social floor of the hospital, putting one arm around Max's shoulder. The army will begun. I'm so glad to be here now. Kim and I decided to come to Seattle and surprise you girls. We wanted to take you to dinner and catch up. How bad is it, David? Max broke in. Not caring about her, the prayer seeds of catching up. She's gonna be fine, right? The expression in the girl's voice was apparent. Like her eyes on the backside of her hoodie, leaving streaks of moisture on the fabric. It's really bad, Max. She went head on into an 18-wheeler. It broke her collarbone, both legs, and pushed her along. The worst part is her head. She's over the blade room after flying through the windshield. David leaned over to Max's shoulder to meet the side with his own sobs. I'm so sorry, Max. Can't lose her. We won't lose her, David. She's the strongest person I know. She get through this. She has to. The words coming out of Max's mouth sounded like less convincing, comforting, and more like a plea. I don't know what to do if... Don't even say it. I think we suffered enough. We're losing Joyce and everyone back in OK Bay. It would be a sick fucking joke to lose Chloe because of a goddamn semi-truck. He tried to be strong, but it was just right. They made their way up the elevator to the social floor. When the doors opened, Max noticed her dad standing at the snack machine. She ran up and hugged him around the neck with both arms. Immediately the tears came flooding down, and she couldn't stop the waterworks. Hey, sweetheart. Be okay? Wyatt tenderly stroked her head and rubbed her back. See, pull through. This night will be over soon. Looking up at her father, the biker girl nibbled and then asked, "What do we do now? Just wait?" "Just wait," he confirmed. "But you have people who care about you here, Max. All here for Chloe. But we're also here for you. Remember that. Plus, there are amazing sources in Seattle. She is one of the best." A couple of hours went by and Max needed to use the restroom. She sat there for longer than she realized, thinking about her soulmate being operated on. "It's my fault," she said out loud, Neko bouncing off the tickled walls in the tiny room. "I asked her to spice me with coffee this morning. She would still be in my arms, cuddling." The guilt began weighing on her, and the heartbeat returned. Several minutes passed, the custering tears finally drying on her face. She wiped up and washed her hands. As she exited the restroom, made the left turn towards the waiting room. She noticed the looks in her family's eyes, blurry from one set to the next. A doctor with pink and crimson on his once white coat was turning to walk away after delivering some sort of news. David and Cameron were hurting as David loudly wept, his head on her shoulder. Max located her parents and saw her mother's face burying her dad's chest. "Dad?" The boy photographed her cousin. "She didn't make it," confirmed, pulling her in for a family hug. "Max, I'm so sorry." Pushing away, Max thrust herself towards the doctor. She could hear her heartbeat drumming in her ears as time seemed slow to a call. "You let her die?" She screamed. The words felt like they escaped her lips in slow motion. Ryan grabbed his daughter so she wouldn't attack the man. "This can't be real. Fuck!" The girl held out her hand and attempted to rewind, but the power was gone. She couldn't go back and save Chloe's life like she had many times before. Then the room began spinning. Her throat felt like it was closing, and she seemingly couldn't pull in a full breath. The doctor slowly walked up to her and asked, "Your math's right?" Philip returned grimaciously from nodding her head up and down. "I tried everything I could. I swear there was nothing more I could do." She'd been in a coma until nearly the end. She did have one final moment of lucidity right before she passed, though. She repeated the word "maths" and then whispered, "Even when we're not." Ah! Maths screamed, shooting up from her position in the bed, sweat dripping down her forehead and back. "Maths!" the beautiful girl with messy green hair yelled, grabbing her partner's sword. "You're safe, love. It was just a bad dream. Goddamn night nails." Sorry about that. I had to do something. I need to finish though. "I thought I lost you." It took several minutes of purposeful deep breathing for her to fully catch her breath. "It was so bad, Chloe. Who's one yet? Fuck!" The little girl tenderly straightened her tattoo arm around her partner's neck. "You never lose me, Master. You're stuck with me." Chloe smiled in an attempt to ease the tension. She gently placed her powdered mouth on the Master's nose, then crank over and kissed her cheek. "I'm sorry you keep having these night nails. Hope the fuckers will stop anyway." She momently paused, placing both hands on either of her partner's cheeks, lying their faces directly in front of one another. "Hey, I love you so much. We always be together, you know. I love you too, Chloe. Forever." And that's the end of it. So, yay! But I'm gonna leave the notes here. This was an actual nightmare I had. I just changed the ending because I hate anything bad happening to our girls. I was in the middle of writing town and had to take a detour to get this out. It was crawling at me. This one shot takes place after the ending of town. Yeah. Yeah, Quack had it as an asshole nightmare. Joy. Joy. Joy, joy.